Welcome everyone. Laurie Conrad here. I hope you can see my screen. If you can't see my screen and you can't hear me, please put a question in the question box. Just tell me I can't hear you, Laurie, or the screen is frozen. Sometimes GoToWebinar has little glitches, or raise your hand if something techie isn't right, and I will readjust and make sure everything's working. So that's the housekeeping, but I want to introduce myself. I'm Laurie Conrad, and I've been a member of the club for 2 years, and now I'm really enjoying sharing it with other people. But what you're going to be able to do is save 50 to 90% off all your vacations for 100 years. The vacation club is a 100-year term, and I'm going to get right into it and show you right now. If I can find my mouse. Hold on. There we go. Cool. Okay, so this is me. The reason that I market this club is because, number one, I love the club. I've used it, and it's saved me a ton of money. But I also feel very strongly that people need to know there is an alternative to paying full retail, which is what Expedia is, and I'm going to explain to you why we are so much less than all the other online booking sites. Well, we're not an online booking site. We're a private membership club. But people think Expedia is the way to go, and they really don't know there is an alternative. And there's an alternative to the high cost of purchasing a timeshare. Also, it's an $8 billion industry. I can't tell you how many people I have met since I've been doing this that are so sorry that they bought a timeshare, because you have handcuffs on to pay those maintenance fees every year, whether you go on vacation or not. I spoke to a colleague of mine in town here, and he said, he bought a Hawaii timeshare about 10 years ago. He has a family of three now, 3 kids and his wife, and he said they can't justify the cost of flying the family of 5 to Hawaii to the timeshare, and meanwhile he's paying $900 a year, and he doesn't even use it because he's required to pay those, and he only can use it every other year. It's an every other year deal. So, life changes, things change, and what you think is going to work for you 3, 5 years, 10 years down the road doesn't work, and people are giving their timeshares away. They're trying to get rid of them. It's not an investment. And the club is a way to enjoy timeshare vacationing with, the living room, dining room, kitchen, without paying really crazy upfront costs. There is a cost to join the membership, but you'll see that you will probably make your money back with 1 or 2 vacations, depending on where you travel to. And I really believe that joining the club will be one of the best investments you make for you and your family, so that you can go on vacation more often and make more memories. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can do that. I've said it previously, vacationing at timeshares at wholesale. You'll be able to do this with no annual fees, no legal obligations, no travel date restrictions, no blackout days, no exchanging point systems, any of that complicated timeshare stuff. You just book what you want and you go. And we have customer service to help you also. I'm going to show you how the pricing is possible. I'm going to show you how real comparisons of the club compared to prices for the same units, same dates that you would book on online booking sites like Expedia. And I'm going to show you how you can be at even this specific particular pool for a few $100s instead of thousands of dollars. That's the pool at the Hacienda del Mar in Mexico, which we have in the membership. And there's a lot of beautiful resorts where people pay thousands and thousands of dollars. It's just typical retail pricing, and we get them for about $600 for the week. Not per person, but for the week. So I'm going to show you some specific examples. Here's the Cobalt Coast Resort in Grand Cayman. We had it for a prime week in April, $399, a 1-bedroom unit, sleeps 4 people. I compared to Expedia for the same date, dates. The same, I tried to find the same room, but they didn't have the one bedroom. They only had a standard room. And Expedia was charging over $2,200 for the same dates. And it was, the club was an 82% savings, a savings of over $1,800 just on one vacation. Here's the Hacienda Del Mar. I showed you the pool just a couple minutes ago, and we have it in the membership for $6.99 for a week. And I looked, I compared. This is one of the ones where you can actually request your dates. So I just picked like Christmas week, which would be a high season week, and it was over $3,000. Either through the resort or Expedia. The prices with from the resorts or Expedia are going to be about the same. Here's Kauai, a 2-bedroom unit right on the beach with a lazy river pool there. 2-bedroom unit, sleep 6 people, $398 for the week. You know, if 6 people go, I guess everybody pays, you know, I don't know, $60 each or something crazy. But it was a 70% savings over booking it online. Typical classic retail, $197 a night, and we had it for $398. Here is the Carlsbad Inn Beach Resort. I actually went here last April, and it was lovely. I had a beautiful king-size 1-bedroom condo and full kitchen, living area, dining area, and a nice balcony, and I looked right out onto the ocean. Carlsbad Inn is right across the street from the ocean, and you know, 2 pools, 2 hot tubs, all kinds of activities and things like that. Very nice. So when I booked it, I saved about 44%, which is actually pretty low. But then I checked it again about a month before I left, and the price had gone up on Expedia to over $1,700. So, you know, a 54% savings, and I had a great time while I was there. Here's an example of the other coast, Myrtle Beach. A lot of good golfing out there, a lot of beaching it. Here's a prime week in April, $619 for a 1-bedroom. This is another example of where one of the resorts where you request your own dates. We have certain sections of the website as a member when you look at all the inventory of the resorts where the dates are specific, and then we have other sections where you can request your own dates. So you have your pick. Lots of things to pick from. Here's a great getaway in Puerto Rico, $299 this past March for a 1-bedroom, sleeps 4 people, and it was over $1,800 on Expedia. So that was an 83% savings. And it's not unusual, you know, to see that percentage of savings. So it's really nice to offer this to people. The Grand Mayan Riviera Maya, these are gorgeous resorts. It's a really luxury brand. We have them all the time in the membership available. And this is one that my friend Mark went on. It was a prime week in April. It was just this past April. He paid $624. He couldn't find it online. A lot of times Grand Mayans will not be on Expedia. They don't even want to be on there. And so he called the resort, and for he and his wife to go for the same week in April, it was going to cost over $6,000. Which was typical retail pricing. And that's what the Grand Mayan charges, and that's what people pay, you know? It's retail pricing. So on that one vacation, he saved about $53.75 or something. So depending where you go, you can save that much money. You know, there's other resorts like the other ones where, you know, when I went to Carlsbad Inn, I saved between $600 and $900 for that 1 week, and it could have been just because it was April. I really don't know, but it's just amazing what savings you can have. And this one is really great because I am going to Kauai in March. I don't know if you can see the dates. March 24th I leave, and I got a 2-bedroom that sleeps 6 people, and I paid $699 for it. I looked it up on Expedia. It was over $2,350 for the exact same two-bedroom condo, same dates. And I saved over $1,600. I saved 70% off Expedia's prices. And, you know, it's 2 bedrooms. It's got 2 bathrooms, the kitchen, the living area. Um, you know, there's laundry, there's washer dryer. You'll see all the amenities down here. All these screenshots come right out of the membership website. So you always know what the amenities are, what the facilities are of the resort, if they have any entertainment, even what the weather is around, you know, all different times of the year, the features, and also they'll even tell you where the nearest airport is, so you'll know how far you are from the airport. And what I do is I always Google the resort, look at the reviews like on TripAdvisor, always taking with a grain of salt that there are probably going to be a couple of unhappy people no matter what resort it is, but I always take that into consideration, see what the general gist is, see more pictures because, you know, we've got pictures here, but I always double check, you know, to see if this is where I really want to stay, and I'm really excited about going to this Wyndham. So here's another screenshot of inside the membership website, and there's different sections where you can book, like I said before, whether it's specific dates or you choose your dates. In Search Resorts, when you click on this, you always choose your dates. And this is Search Resorts right here. We're in 60 countries. We're over 5,000 resorts in 60 countries. So you select your country, and then you go there and you see what units are available, and then you pick it and you request it. I can give you more details on that, but it's really simple to book. The newsletter is specific dates. It's hand-picked inventory by customer service. They're really knowledgeable of what places people love to go, and so they put that kind of inventory in the newsletter. Hot weeks are never more than $398 for a week. So when you go into hot weeks, they're all $398 or less. A lot of members will book a hot week and just go for a long weekend. They won't even stay for the whole 7 nights because it lets them travel more often, and it's only $398. And if they don't have time to take a whole nother week, they just go for a long weekend. Member to member is really cool because if you own a timeshare, you can post your timeshare week inside of member to member, and then any other member in the club can purchase that from you, and it's free. We don't charge anything for that. So if you have a timeshare you're not going to use, you can charge up to $7.99 for the week and have someone else cover your maintenance fees, either all or part of your maintenance fees if you're not going to use it. Instant bookings is cool because you can do all friends and family in here. You can book for your friends and your family, and it's unlimited weeks. Okay, you can book as many weeks as you want out of instant bookings. There's a ton of great places to go in there. Some of the resorts in here are the same as what you see in Hot Weeks newsletter and Search Resorts. Some of them are different, but we have great access to inventory that resorts are willing to just let you book or let you book for friends and family. And it's generally priced between $474 and I usually see $474 to $699 inside of instant bookings. It's also great if you own a business and you want to give an employee a bonus of a trip rather than cash. Your employee does not need to know that you only paid $474 for that week. And if you give them some money for airfare, it's a nice 4-figure bonus if that's something that that works for you. So it's very easy to book in there. We also have great deals on cruises. We have cash back and all kinds of things. You can also do short stays, less than 7 nights. And in the travel center here, you can do flights, car rentals, hotels. We have arrangements with about 50,000 hotels. The deals on the hotels are comparable to Expedia. They might be a little bit less. I think we have like 110% guarantee that, you know, it's not going to be more than Expedia. But the claim to fame and the value of the club is booking timeshare weeks for wholesale prices, 50 to 90% off retail. So the travel center, you can book in the travel center for any of your friends and family too. You can book cruises for any of your friends and family. And you can unlimited cruises, you can cruise all year long. So it's what they do is we try to make it really simple and a one-stop shop so that you don't have to compare. If you're going to book a flight, compare Expedia and Kayak and Travelocity and all these places to try to get the best deals. So that's the quick membership website tour in there. But here is just a quick screenshot of the hot weeks. You'll see that none of them are more than $398 here for the week. You'll see they're all in alphabetical order by country. Here's Acapulco. I'm just looking at Mexico right here. So here's the name of the resort, which you can click on and get more information. The size of the unit, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. You'll see how big they are, what the dates are, where it is again. And when you click on that, of course, you can look at the resort and get all the details about it. So I want to tell you how this pricing is possible. Okay, I draw my little picture here. Here's the resort, many resorts, right? And there's a couple different ways that the resorts get the happy travelers to come and stay there, and spend their money. One is, of course, online bookings. And I used to think that Expedia was a free search engine like Google, like you would just Expedia it. It's not. It's a classified ad platform, and it costs the resorts a ton of money to show up in this list. They have to pay large six-figure contracts so that if you're searching for, Kauai resorts for certain dates or whatever, and they want to show up at the top of the list here, they have to pay Expedia a ton of money. And as consumers, you and I pay that. We pay those marketing costs, we pay the advertising costs for the roaming gnome, for the Expedia TV commercials. All of that comes out of our pocket, right, as consumers booking vacations on Expedia. The other way that they make money, because we mostly have timeshares in our inventory, is that they sell the timeshares, right? The average timeshare price is anywhere from $12,000 to $16,000. Mark just got back, my friend Mark, who's actually co-owner of the company, just got back from Nuevo Vallarta, and he was actually there in the hurricane, but he was at a Grand Lux, and they offered him a timeshare there for $60,000 and annual fees of like $1,200 maintenance fees. That's kind of a more extreme example. The average price, though, of a timeshare is $12,000 to $16,000 with maintenance fees anywhere from $750 to maybe $1,100 a year, whether you go there or not, and you only get 1 week of access. 1 week, you pay all that money, and you can only go 1 week a year. If you want to exchange it, you're going to have to pay an exchange company like RCI or Interval an exchange. Then if you there's fees everywhere. There's just fees everywhere when you buy a timeshare. But people are still buying them. It's a $7 billion a year industry. It's unbelievable. People don't know that there is an alternative, and that's what I offer. That's what we offer. So the other way the resorts get happy travelers to go to their resort is to have a contract with us, the vacation club. And what happens is our admin, our people go to the resorts and say, look, we've got right now we've got 77,000 members with just the way our package is, where we get high season weeks. There's no restrictions on dates, all this, the whole deal. And what we say to the resorts is, we're going to send you X amount of people per year. We can guarantee that, a certain amount of people are going to come to your place every year. And we'll do that as long as you only charge our members between $398 and $799 for a week's stay. And they agree to that. because it works for them. They know they have guaranteed people coming to the resort every year, and they actually still will make a profit, believe it or not, on the $398 to the $799, whatever they happen to charge, and they know they don't have to pay any advertising costs to our members. That huge advertising marketing cost is done. They're not paying salespeople. They're not paying Expedia. They're not paying the timeshare salespeople. None of that. So that's how that works, and that's why we can really eliminate the middleman, which is basically Expedia, and charge the great pricing that we have. You know, there's power in numbers, you know, just like any kind of wholesale club like Costco or whatever, and that's the best analogy I can give you. So I've talked a lot about timeshares already and kind of the differences between us and buying a timeshare. There's certainly a big difference in upfront cost. We have 4 membership levels between $29.95 and $11,995, and that's why I said, depending on which level you pick, 1 or 2 vacations will pay for your membership. If you go to that Grand Lux or the Grand Mayan, Riviera Maya, like Mark did, 2 times, you're basically paying for the highest level of membership that we have, which is 20 weeks per year, okay? Access to 20 weeks per year, not 1 week, 20 weeks. And I'll show you those in a minute. But the Vacation Club is a 100-year term, so you can leave it to your kids, your grandchildren, your friend, your cousin, whoever you want. If you're not going to travel anymore and you're not going to use it, you can sell it to somebody if you want. It's yours to sell. But when you sell it, you can transfer it. You just tell customer service who the new owners are. You just give them their contact info and their email and their phone number and stuff, and $75, and you can transfer your membership. It's very simple. There's no red tape. Timeshares are generally like 25 to 50 years, but that, you know, you have to pay those maintenance fees for all those years. Like, you're stuck. If you end up supposedly giving your timeshare to your kids, they're stuck with those maintenance fees for the rest of whatever the term is. And when you give the Vacation Club to your kids or your grandkids, they're not stuck with anything. They just pay when they go. If they want to book a vacation, it's going to cost them $398 to $799. $799 is our cap. Most of the resorts are $699 and less. So like I said, we have over 5,000 resorts. With a timeshare, you can exchange and do all that kind of thing, but it's going to cost you extra money. We don't have any extra fees. There's always annual fees with a timeshare. You can have assessments with a timeshare that come out of left field that you don't know you're going to have to pay. You have to pay exchange fees, all kinds of stuff. We have no special assessment fees. You can with a timeshare. There's no restrictions on travel. With a timeshare, you usually purchase either a specific week or a floating week. And a lot of times, if your week is floating and you want to go in, July 4th and there's no availability, you're out of luck. You just can't go. I've heard those complaints a lot, so be careful about that. We have $398 hot weeks, and these are our membership levels here. I don't think you can do that with a timeshare. They don't have like discounted weeks like that. Yes, we have online booking. Sometimes it's complicated with a timeshare, especially if you're exchanging. We also have air cruise and car rentals discounts. That's, not with a timeshare. You don't usually have that. You might have some hotel discounts depending on what brand you go with. And then no closing fees, no exchange fees for us. You'll definitely have that if you decide to purchase a timeshare. So I'm going to go into the membership levels that we have so that you know what the costs are, that it's really simple to join the club. It's a one-time membership initiation fee, depending on which level you pick. And all the memberships are the same. The only thing that's different is how many weeks of access you wish to have, depending on your lifestyle. So Gold is 2 weeks a year, Platinum is 4 weeks a year, but every membership has unlimited instant weeks. So you don't have to feel like you can't go more than 2 weeks a year. There's tons and tons of resorts in the unlimited instant weeks too. As I said before, the membership is willable, sellable, transferable, and we do have payment plans for these, but Gold is $29.95, Platinum is $49.95, and then we also have, for people who have more vacation or more flexibility, Pearl we have is 10 weeks and Onyx is 20 weeks. And Pearl is $79.95 and Onyx is $11,995. Still less expensive than most timeshares. Timeshares on the resale market is obviously less than the national average of, when you buy it at the timeshare resort. If you were to buy a timeshare, definitely go to the resale market. Because people are just giving them away. They don't want them. And just be really clear that you're going to have all those legal obligations of all the fine print in the contract and that you've got to deal with all of that and pay all those fees and stuff. So Pearl and Onyx, I'm from the East Coast. I'm originally from Connecticut, and everybody goes south to Florida for the winter. So 10 weeks doesn't sound like a lot of weeks to me, because if you go for 3 months and you want to skip the winter, that's 12 weeks already. So that's the reason why Onyx came to be, because people were running out of their 10 premium weeks and they wanted more. So Onyx was created, 20 weeks a year at $11,995. So for a one-time investment with no maintenance fees, no future obligations or anything, you have access to prime real estate all over the world, wholesale prices for life, 100-year membership. Imagine the savings over your lifetime. I mean, just that one vacation that Mark took to the Grand Mayan was crazy. The Grand Lux he just came back from, same thing. It was probably, he saved $4,500 to $5,000 on that vacation. And then there's other ones like mine to Hawaii. I saved $1,650 on one vacation. And my girlfriend Anna, who bought a membership from me, just booked. She lives on the East Coast. She's taking her whole family, 8 people, to Disney World in Florida for the February winter break, for the kids' school break, which is Prime Week. She got a 3-bedroom condo right outside of Disney for $398. They're going to have, 3 bedrooms. There's at least 2 bathrooms, probably 3, big kitchen, big living area. They're going to have a fabulous time. And imagine a family of 8, $398 for a whole week. So I want to tell you about the payment plans. You can always pay in full. Of course, that's very easy. Or you can actually activate your membership. Gold, you can activate it for $995. You can book a vacation right away as soon as you get your login and your password for the website. Oops. There's no problem booking a vacation right away as long as you've activated your membership, and then you pay it off over 12 months. It's $195 a month for Gold. So it adds up to a little over $3,000. It's a little bit extra to do the payment plan. For Platinum, of course, you can pay in full, $49.95, or you can activate it for $19.95, book your vacation right away, and pay it off over 12 months, $333 a month. And that adds up to $59.91 in total to use the payment plan. So it's a little bit more when you use the payment plans. Some people will just use their credit card and they want to get the points on their credit card, so they just pay in full and they're done with it. But Pearl you can activate for $29.95 and you've got 12 months at $515 a month. And then Onyx, pay in full of course, or activate it at $39.95 and it's $830 over 12 months. The other nice thing about the payment plans is that if something happens to you, say something happens to you 3 months in, right? And you lose your job, or you know, I don't know, you hurt your back and you can't travel, you can't go on planes anymore, or something crazy like that. Um, if you want to cancel your membership, you can stop paying your payments and cancel your membership. This is not a car payment. It's not a mortgage. We're not going to ruin your credit if you don't continue to pay your payments because something happens. You will lose your down, your activation here, but you can book a vacation right away and use the club right away. So hopefully you did use the club right away. In case anything bad like that happens. But we want you to know that, we're not going to hold a gun to your head if you're on the payment plan and you decide, I'm just never going to travel again and I don't want this club. So I just wanted to make that clear that, we're not here to drive people crazy. We want people to love the club, enjoy the club, use it, go on their vacations, and save a ton of money. So I think I've covered pretty much everything I wanted to tell you. Uh, You've got my email, you've got my cell phone number in all the emails that I've been sending you. Please open up my emails. I try to give as much information as possible in there. Maybe it's sometimes too much, but and I'm always happy to do one-on-one demos of inside the membership in my membership, so I can show you the resorts in Italy and the resorts in England and the resorts in the Colorado Rockies, because ski season is coming up. We've got everything, we've got the beach, we've got the mountains, we've got Europe, we've got a lot of inventory in Asia. If you like to go to Malaysia, Thailand, you know, cool places like that. So if you have any questions right now, please just type them right into the little chat box there. And if you've got a question, I will answer it right now. Otherwise, definitely reach out to me, send me an email or a text on my cell phone, or give me a ring. I'm on Pacific time, and I can answer any other questions that you have. And I am happy to do that. Otherwise, if there's nothing else, I can let you guys go, and I look forward to hearing from you. But I'll give you just a minute or two in case you're typing and typing in a question there, and I can answer it live. So thank you so much for listening, and everybody's stayed on with me through the whole entire thing, so I'm excited. That's great. And I'll just give you like one more minute in case there's a question. Okay, here is a question. Can I upgrade from a lower level? Absolutely, yes, you can. You can upgrade. If you upgrade, you pay the difference. That's a D. The difference in price, like say from gold to platinum, that would be, it's basically 3,000 to 5,000. So it's 2K plus $1,000 to upgrade. So there's incentive to buy the membership that you think you're going to end up using, even if it's 5 years from now, because you'll save $1,000. But you certainly can upgrade later. There's no problem with that. So that's an awesome question. So thank you so much, and I look forward to helping you become a member of the club, answer all your questions, and reach out to me as soon as you can. I look forward to talking with you. Thank you.